And to be honest, Rodri will start for any side in the last 20 years. When you look at the great footballing sides of the 21st century, Milan in the 2000s, Jupp Heynckes all-conquering Bayern Munich side, Real Madrid's three-peat Champions League winning squad, like all these teams are iconic in their own right, but one name that undoubtedly graced the starting 11 of any of these teams is Rodri. And such is his quality and completeness as a midfielder that he would seamlessly slot into these legendary lineups. And to be honest, Rodri will start for any side in the last 20 years, with the only exception being Pep's Barcelona. And that's simply because of like the generational talent in Busquets. But if Busquets wasn't available, or if we're in an alternate universe and Busquets doesn't exist, like Rodri would still slot into that team and Barcelona will still win the same amount of trophies. And I think he's probably like the only player in recent memory that can boast such a claim. Rodri's ability to control the tempo of the game is like watching the Wolf of Wall Street, it's fast, it's sharp, and every move is calculated. Whether it's a short, incisive pass like a quick quip from Joe Pesci, or a long sweeping ball that changes the game faster than a movie plot, like Rodri's got it all. His vision and understanding of the game allow him to make passes that other people may not see and some of them may miss, and it makes him such a critical link for any transition from defense to attack. And when you watch Man City and you see that Rodri isn't playing, you can see that his absence is keenly felt. His presence is so integral that without him, the team actually lacks fluidity and control in the midfield, and the team actually really suffers from that. This was quite evident in the 23-24 Premier League season, where City became the first team to win 4 consecutive Premier League titles, and Arsenal once again bottled the league for a second year in a row. No surprises there, but you could quite see the importance of Rodri in this Man City side. He received a red card against Nottingham Forest, which meant that he would miss the next 3 games, of which City will lose each of those 3 games against Wolves, Arsenal, and Newcastle. And again, Rodri also received another suspension following a 5th yellow card against Tottenham, which saw City lose again, this time against Aston Villa. Previously, City could afford to miss or even rest Rodri occasionally, and that's thanks to the brilliance of Ilkay Gundogan, who for me is one of the best midfielders to ever play in the Premier League, hands down. And that's because both of them had nearly identical skill sets, and Gundogan also had the ability to dictate the game that kept City ticking. But after he left Man City to go to Barcelona following the treble winning season, the move really baffled me, because he was Man City's best player, he was the Premier League's best player, and City were losing a profile that they couldn't really replace. Gundogan's exit meant that Rodri had to pick up the reins and become an even more pivotal figure for City, and with Gundogan gone, the responsibility on his shoulders grew. He had to step up and ensure that the midfield engine continued to run smoothly without a drop in performance, which he did with ease and grace, to be honest. This transition placed him in the spotlight and highlighted his exceptional skills and indispensable role in the team. When you watch Man City, most of you guys get gassed by watching your KDBs, your Haalands, but when you watch Rodri and even the likes of your Bernardo Silvas, Jack Grealish and Phil Foden, you see the whole game unfold. Rodri embodies the true essence of a midfield maestro, seamlessly blending technical prowess with mental acuity, and it's in these critical moments that his clutch gene shines brightest, But nowadays, football fans often overlook this brilliance, which sparks controversy among fans and pundits who fail to see beyond the flashiness of his teammates. You see, Rodri doesn't always get the recognition he deserves. He doesn't do the flashy things, the sexy things, spamming the ball into the box 25 times to 50 times a game like your KDBs or your Trent Alexander-Arnolds, or even box crashing and scoring a last-minute goal despite playing horrible for the majority of the game like Jude Bellingham. And these things are the things that capture the headlines and the highlight reels, but instead Rodri focuses on the fundamentals, the intricate details that often get overlooked by casual observers. He intercepts, he distributes, he anchors the midfield with a steady, unassuming presence. Sometimes it's these unglamorous yet vital contributions that make him indispensable. True football fans see the value in Rodri. They recognize his influence. They see how he controls the pace of the game, how his presence offers stability and balance. They appreciate the subtleties of his play, the perfectly timed tackles, the intelligent positioning, and the coolness under pressure. And for them, Rodri is not just a player, he's the heartbeat of the team. Basically, he is the system, the unsung hero whose brilliance lies in his ability to make everything look effortless. The clutch gene is a quality that only a few players possess. In sports, being able to deliver in crucial moments separates the good from the great. It's the ability to remain unflustered under pressure, to turn adversity to opportunity. Too many times Rodri has delivered in such moments when the chips are down and the team needed someone to say, "I'm him." When the final whistle is imminent and the scoreboard is deadlocked, Rodri stands tall, his eye a picture of cool, calm, and composed. When you think of Rodri, shooting might not be the first attribute that comes to mind, but underestimating his ability to strike the ball is a mistake that many have actually paid for very dearly. And this latent power in his shooting, a thunderbolt waiting to be unleashed, a force that can alter the course of a match in an instant, or the precise side-footed finish that nestles in the bottom corner. Rodri's shots are a study in controlled aggression, and when he lines up to take a shot, there's a palpable sense of anticipation, a collective intake of breath, and then the explosion, a strike that combines power and precision, sending the ball hurtling towards the goal with unerring accuracy. It's not just about the sheer force, but the placement, the technique, the understanding of the moment. He picks his spots with the eyes of a sniper, the heart of a warrior. The ball at his feet transforms into an extension of his vision, dictating the tempo with a maestro's touch. And for me, it's in these moments that Rodri's brilliance truly shines. The audacity to take on a crucial pass, the courage to shoot from distance, and the poise to hold off opponents all come together, making him the epitome of clutch. His composure under pressure is not just a testament to his skill, but his mental fortitude, and it's always in the dying minutes, where a lot of people in modern football fold like a deck of cards. Rodri steps up time and time again. He just proves that the clutch gene is not just a myth, but a rare and defining quality of true greatness. And for me, he just embodies everything you want in a midfielder. Passing, check. Physical presence, check. Presence distance, shooting, mobility, check, check, check. He's just a total package, a player without weaknesses, a testament to the art and science of football. And in a world where specialization is often celebrated, Rodri stands as a beacon of completeness. He's a player for me that defies categorization, who excels in every facet of the game. He is the symphony of skills, a harmony of attributes, and a perfect blend of form and function. Watching him play is like witnessing a master at work, a Scorsese in his prime, crafting narratives that captivate, inspire, and endure. And for me, he's quite simply the best. He's one of the most complete footballers I've seen. And when he does retire, I think he's definitely going to be in my top 10. He's definitely going to be in my top 10 because he's just one of the best footballers and certainly one of the best number 6s I've seen in my life. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Big up to you lot as always. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like button to help the channel go and push the video and the channel's algorithm. Also leave a comment. Let me know who the best player in the world is, man. A lot of you guys may not think Rodri is, I know, but let me know who you think the best player in the world is and put it down in the comments. Make sure you smash the subscribe button as always, and yeah, I'll check you guys in the next one. Until then, stay exploring, stay focused, and I'll see you guys in a bit.